So, you want to know the story of Lord of the Rings, do you? So, there's this one wizard who's called Gandalf, and he meets a friend. His friend's got a ring. His friend passes the ring to Frodo, and then Gandalf tells him some weird tales. He's high on weed, and Frodo goes to Bree, and then there's like these black riders that stabs him in like almost in his sleep, but then there's this guy that saves them, and then the hooded figures manage to get up with them. They stab Frodo. Frodo then magically ends up carried by an elf to Rivendell, where there's an elf that heals him. They find out that the ring that he's got is ring power, the one that destroys everything on Earth. And it's the only way to defeat all the evil is to throw into a volcano. So then they decide that the best way to get to the volcano is by calling the eagles. And so they bring the eagles, and then they fly to Mordor, and they drop the ring in the volcano, and the day is safe. Oh, wait! It doesn't go like that. Oh, okay. So they make a fellowship. It's basically a pub joke. A dwarf, a man, a traitor, and an elf walk into a bar. The man betrays the others, overcome by greed, and the others get hammered, particularly the dwarf and the elf. So now we're back to Frodo. Now he's met Gollum. Gollum is a oh, by the way, Gandalf has been like killed by a Balrog, and which is basically a big winged fire demon. And so now Gollum is there. Gollum's like this creature. It's driven to madness by the power of the ring. Gollum decides that he's going to be a guide to them and guides them into a nice nest of friendly spiders, who their queen tries to attack and almost kills Frodo and Sam. All the while, the others, like two hobbits, get captured, and the others like follow. And then they find Gandalf is actually still alive, but he's like wearing white robes, and then they go and find out that a king of Rohan is captured, like it's not captured, brainwashed. He breaks free of that. Then they defend. They go to Helm's Deep. Um, Someone rides up that ramp and fights off a lot of orcs, and that's the best part of the movie and best part of the trilogy. And then they beat the orcs, and then they go to this big tower called Isengard, and then Saruman is defeated, depending on which version you watch. And then they go to save Gondor, and then there's this guy in charge who's like he's not very good, so he throws himself off a balcony and was on fire, and and so now it's now Aragorn, the guy from the first film, is in charge, and Gandalf the wizard with all his magical powers decide that it's not worth actually just destroying the enemy, which he can in an instant. Um, and so then they have this big fight. There's some elephants and some ghost people, and they win. So then they go to this black gate because they're like, we need another fight. So they go to this black gate, but oh wait, too late because the volcano blows up and destroys the tower and the ground around it. And then the eagles show up. You know, the eagles I mentioned earlier that they could have sent to Mordor without any issue. Save Frodo, and Frodo lives happily ever after. And then every single character gets their own 30-minute ending. There's a lot of characters to get through, but you're gonna have to sit through the last 2 hours of the film where fuck all happens. It's just ending after ending, and that is Lord of the Rings.